learned. So this is a time when you should just focus on some specific areas where you have a great command, and you should just revise all the things. Okay, so just start this session, and today in this session we are going to understand questions of the bank reconciliation statement, like how you should just approach the questions of the bank reconciliation statement. And just starting the session with the code, that is you can do it, and trust me, you will definitely you can just do it. Okay, so just start the session. One update also from our side, that is still you can just enroll the two batches that is especially running for the JIP exam paper. So first is revision batch and another is the MCQs batch, where you can enroll with the code that is Y422, and with this code you can get the maximum discount. Okay, so these are the some batches that is most important for your completing your preparation, and this is a just very good sessions taken by the all faculties. Okay, so let's start. So the first question that is given, like the cash book of a firm has been showing an overdraft balance of 10,000, but it is observed that a cash deposit of 10,000, sorry, 1,000 has not been credited by the bank in the overdraft account. So what will be the credit in the, what will be the balance in the passbook? So you have to just tell here that is what will be the balance in that passbook. So whenever the in the question, like whenever you are just going to solve the questions of the bank reconciliation statement in the exam, so if the like balance is given of the cash book, like in this, the cash book of the firm, like cash book balance is the firm, the that is given of the 10,000 rupees, and you have to just find out the balance of the passbook. So just write here passbook, and another thing that is table, that is cash book and passbook. So we just solving for the for the balance in the passbook, and while making the table here, and just if you circle this passbook, just pass circle this also here. And now you only have to do that, you have to just moving forward with the conditions given. So like in the again, like it is condition given, like it is observed that a cash deposit of 1,000 has not been credited by the bank. That means a customer just deposit the cash, and after depositing the cash, he just maintain this with the 1,000 rupees, while bank is not credited. So if the bank is not credited in the overdraft balance, so that means this value would be zero for this condition. All right. While the cash book balance, like overdraft balance, is given 10,000, so we can just write here, whenever you find overdraft or say credit balance of any form, that means you always have to use the negative figure. Okay. So whenever you find overdraft or say credit, okay, or say credit balance, so that will be considered as a 10,000 rupees with a minus figure, right? So we just write here minus 10,000. After that we have to just compare passbook balance is greater than or say passbook balance is lower than the cash book. So if we just compare for this transaction, so this is 1,000 written plus 1,000, and this is a zero. So clearly we can see that here the passbook balance is lesser than the cash book. So if it is lesser than the cash book, so we use the negative term or say negative figure, and by what amount it is less than, so the answer that would be the 1,000. Okay, so what will be the balance in the passbook that is reflecting currently? So the answer that would be 11,000 rupees. So that would be the balance in the passbook. So the answer that would be the 11,000 rupees, because it is in the overdraft term. So we can also say that that is the credit balance of the cash book. Okay, so that is 11,000 rupees which is reflecting. So this would be the currently balance in the passbook, right? I hope it is understandable for everyone. Next question. Next question, that is again the cash book of the firm that is showing a balance of the 4,000 rupees. So here neither the term use overdraft nor the credit. So we know that it is a kind of the debit balance of the cash book. Okay, one thing also I have to include here, that you always have to memorize that cash book of any customer always reflecting, like if I say that is cash book of the customer, cash book of the firm, cash book of the organization, so debit side always reflect the receipts of that customer or company or say organization, and credit side always reflects the payment of the customer, company, organization, whatever you want to just say. Okay, So if I'm saying that cash book of the firm that is showing a balance of the 4,000 rupees, and we have to find out the balance as per the passbook. So if we have to just find out the balance as per the passbook, so just write here passbook, and after that just make the table like cash book and passbook. After that just circle this passbook and circle this passbook. And now the you only have to do that, you have to just read the condition and just applying on this table. Okay. So like cash book of the firm that is given of the 4,000, so just write here 4,000. Okay, and that obviously with a positive term, so this is the 4,000. After that, bank statement of account that shows the bank has credited 150 rupees, but firm manager is not aware of this transaction. So bank already credited 150 rupees, but firm manager is not aware of this transaction. That means that firm manager actually did not write this statement or say this transactions in its cash book of the in its cash book of the firm. So this transaction that reflecting in the cash book will be the zero. Okay, like for the 150. While bank is actually credited, so that means that would be the 150 for this transactions. Now we have to just compare like passbook balance is greater than or the is or say less than the cash book. So what the answer that is passbook is greater than the cash book balance. So if it is just the greater than the cash book, so we use the positive term, and by what amount it is greater than, so the answer that is 150 rupees. Okay. Now the again that is second thing that is given like one of the customer of the firm directly deposited with the bank 500 rupees. What it means, that is suppose that this is a firm or this is a company, and one of its customer, okay, so one of its customer like deposited the bank directly, like deposit this amount directly in the bank, but actually the firm manager of the firm still did not just know about this transactions. So that's why this mismatch happened. Okay, so we also have to just reconcile this transaction, so that's why it is just mentioning here. So like one of the customer if deposited just 500 rupees with the bank, that means this transactions again in the cash book it is not reflecting. That means this transactions would be zero, and in the passbook this transactions with a plus 500 rupees. All right. Till here everything is understandable for everyone. See, till here everything is understandable for everyone. After that, again we have to just understand passbook balance is greater than or lesser than the cash book. So the answer that would be passbook balance is greater than the cash book. So if it is greater than, so just use the plus figure, and by what amount, that is 500 rupees. Okay. So if I say what will be the balance as per the passbook that is showing currently, so your answer that will be 4,650 rupees, right? So that would be your answer for this question. I hope it is understandable for everyone. Okay. So the very important thing that is because in many times the exam in the exam that is just saying that is what represent like debit side of the cash book what represent. So you always have to understand that is just reflect that is just signifies or say that is just representing the receipts of the firm. Okay, if it is talking about the firm or say it is talking about the company or say it is talking about any person. Okay, so that is known as a receipt, and on the credit side we just say that is the part payment of the cash book. Okay, so how this is how we can just solve bank reconciliation statement questions in the examination. Okay, next question that is a favorable balance as per the cash book what signifies. This is a very good question because many our colleagues just confuse in this term like whenever a favorable balance is given as per the cash book, so what it actually signifies. Okay, so whenever we say that is favorable balance as per the cash book that is given, that means that is deposit by the firm, that is a balance that is deposit by the firm. Okay, and that deposit by the firm actually it is more than the withdrawal in its book. So okay, so this is known as a withdrawal of the firm. So actually, if I say that is favorable balance, that is deposit by the firm that is greater than the withdrawal. It is actually representing the positive balance of the customer. So whenever we say that is positive balance of the customer, that is actually represent the debit power of the customer. Okay. Or say the balance of the deposit hold by the customer at the bank. So whatever the deposit that hold by the customer at the bank, that is known as a favorable balance. Okay. So such a balance that will a credit balance as per the passbook. So whatever we say that like it is a like we are saying that is the this will also reflect a credit balance as per the passbook and debit balance as per the cash book. So what will be the correct answer here? Can anyone tell me what will be the correct answer here? Like debit balance in the bank column of the cash book, the credit balance in the bank column of the cash book, debit balance in the passbook. So the correct answer, that is, it will reflecting the debit balance in the bank column of the cash book, right? So that would be your answer. Okay, so this is how we just understand a favorable balance. And if I say what reflecting the overdraft balance, so overdraft balance, it is actually the loan taken by the person, loan taken by the company in the terms of the overdraft. So this is, that's why this figure is always representing with a negative. Okay. Next is a cash book of a firm that has been showing overdraft of 7,000, but it is observed that the bank has debited commission of 700. So the balance as per the passbook, that should be. So I just want that everyone should participate in this question and just tell me what will be the answer. And because we just solve these kind of the questions, so just tell me what will be the answer here. Look, whenever we say that is cash book of a firm that has been showing a overdraft balance. So we know that if the cash book of the balance that is given, that means we have to just find out the passbook balance. So that's why we have to just reconcile that. Okay. So that is the actually meaning of the reconciliation. Whenever the balance of the cash book and passbook just mismatch, so we just know that we just have to reconcile that transactions. So that's why the conditions are given and the balances are given. So that's how we just solve these questions. So like the cash book of the firm that is given the overdraft of the 7,000, that means we only have to just write this 7,000 with a negative figure. Okay. After that, but it is observed that the bank has debited commission of the 700. So if I say that is this is a cash book and this is a passbook, and we just circle this, and if a bank has debited commission of the 700 rupees, that means this is deducted for in the bank statement. Passbook, it is also understand as a bank statement. Okay. Passbook, which is also known as a bank statement. So this is reflecting as a minus 700, while in the cash book, because the firm manager, or say the firm is actually whatever the firm manager, so is actually not aware of this transaction. So because the bank has debited the commission of the rupees, so this transactions will be reflecting as a zero in the cash book. Now if I say that is if I say passbook balance is greater than or the lesser than the cash book, so answer that is passbook balance is actually the lesser than the cash book. So if it is lesser than the cash book, that means what we use the, if it is a term that is lesser, if I say that is the passbook balance is lesser, that means we have to use the negative figure. And if I say that is it is more than, then we say that is positive. So this is actually in terms of the whatever we have to just calculate. If it is right here that is passbook, so we have to compare for the passbook. Okay, and if it is in the case that is here just write written that is cash book, so then we have to just choose the parameter for the cash book. Like after that we can say that is cash book balance is lesser than or say more than the passbook balance, because in this question we have to just find out the passbook balance. So that's why we are just selecting parameter for the passbook, like passbook balance is greater than or more than the cash book balance. So answer that is passbook balance is lesser than the cash book. So if it is lesser than the cash book, that means we have to use the figure that is minus, and by what amount? That is 700. So what would be our answer? That is 7,700. So that would be our answer. Okay, and it is in the terms of negative. That means it also signifies, or say it also denoting the overdraft balance of the customer, or say overdraft balance of the firm. So that is actually representing the correct answer, that is 7,700 rupees. All right. Now let's try another question, that is what is the nature of the balance in the overdraft account in the cash book of a firm and also the passbook. Okay, so this is a very important question because from the bank reconciliation statement you will get the multiple questions, like you will get the theoretical questions as well as you will get the numerical questions. Okay, so in theoretical questions, like the questions about the cash book and the passbook, like cash book and passbook, like the balance, what reflecting the balance of the overdraft in the cash book, and another thing that cash book balance, like debit and credit, what signifies. So these are the some particular theoretical questions that are very important in terms of the examination. So you should just aware of this. So another question, that is what is the nature of the balance in the overdraft in the cash book and of a firm and also the passbook. So it what it signifies. If I say that is cash book and it is a debit side and it is a credit side, and debit side, as I said, that is it is represent the receipts, and credit side that represent the payments. Okay, so payments, that you can also say that that is the liabilities of the customer. Okay, that also represent as a liabilities of the customer, and that is actually represent the deposit of the customer, or say bank holding of the customer, right? This is representing the debit power of the customer. Okay, so if I say the nature of the balance in the overdraft account in the cash book of a firm, so that actually represent, that is credit balance in the cash book. What it represent? That is credit balance in the passbook, and we know that cash book and passbook is actually the mirror image of the each other. Okay, like whatever the debit side of the cash book represent, it actually represent the credit side of the passbook, and whatever the credit side of the cash book represent, it actually represent the debit side of the passbook. Okay, so that actually just a mirror image to each other. So whenever we say that is overdraft account in the cash book of a firm, what it signifies, it actually signifies the credit balance in the credit balance in the cash book. Okay, just right here, that is credit balance in the cash book, while it represents debit balance in the passbook. This is very obvious to understand. Whatever the credit side of the cash book, that will be the debit side of the passbook. So that's why you only have to understand with a one logic, just a one logic, and that always just memorize to you. That is what represent the debit side of the cash book and what represent the credit side of the cash book. So we know that whatever the liabilities of the customer, company, organizations having, that represent the credit side. So that means overdraft, it is represent the credit balance in the cash book and debit balance in the passbook. So that would be your answer for this question. I hope it is now clear for everyone. Okay, so that's all for this session. I hope this lecture is useful for everyone, and I hope everyone is just preparing and revising whatever you just already learned. So this is a time that the way you already started your preparation, just the same way you have to just ended up your preparation. Like I would like to say that you have to just finish your preparation at a very good manner, right? Because that is very important, because the last time preparation is always very crucial, or say it matters a lot for your examination. So the two things that you actually just needed here, that first is the correct approach now, and the another thing, that is the confidence level for attempting the examination. The confidence level actually depends that what was your preparation level. Okay, so I hope everyone is prepared well, and I hope everyone is just waiting for this examination day. So just best wishes for your preparation, and if you have not downloaded the Adda 247 application, just download this and subscribe the Officers Adda 247 YouTube channel so that you can get the notifications of the live sessions as well as the notifications of the important news that is related to your examination. Okay, so thanks for watching me here, thanks for joining me here. Like this video if you're liking our effort, liking our content, and share this video to your colleagues so that maximum number of the our colleagues can join with us. Okay, so thanks for everyone.